Yo, what's up? Yeah, man, it's your boy. Just got done watching Fear Street Part 2, 1978. This is definitely a take and a tribute to the classic Camp Crystal Lake Friday the 13th joints. I absolutely enjoyed this Part 2 immensely. But I gotta be honest, man. The beginning had me worried, man. It was slow. I mean, slow. But when you pay attention, you're getting some good character development. You're getting some background story about the witch bleeding over from part 1. And this is unique, a trilogy that's going back in time. So last week when I checked out 1994, that's pretty much the end of it. Part 2, 1978, excuse me, you're like in the middle. And then the origin will be 1666 that comes out next week. I'm like, this is kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of Underworld, that vampire and lichen joint, how they kind of, each film kind of went back in time to explain the modern day tale of this series. But yeah, this is cool. So we all know now there's a witch who was burned at the stake back in 1666. But obviously she did this spell on herself where she chopped off her hand, and you got to separate the body. And as long as the hand and body do not reunite, this curse happens whenever something gets close to the witch. If you get close to that body, she sends her little demons out. One dude looks like Jason, wearing a flannel and a bag over his head with an axe, chopping motherfuckers up. Then you got another guy who runs around in a skull outfit, stabbing motherfuckers. Then you have this one lady, she was a witchy poo as well. She goes around trying to cut people with a pocket knife. So you got all these killers coming back from the dead, and it's a really cool concept, man. Once you get into the whole trilogy, I'm like, original, I like this. Netflix, you delivered. It's kind of cool, man. Looking forward to a horror movie every week for 3 weeks at home, chilling. Look, man, it's 112 degrees in Sacramento. I'm not trying to leave this funky joint. I want to stay inside and be entertained with the facilities that I have on my channel that I'm paying for at home. But yeah, and the star of this particular episode was another girl from Stranger Things. This is the cute little redhead girl with the pretty blue eyes who was attracted to the black dude in the last season of Stranger Things. So back-to-back episodes, you got recurring characters coming from different shows playing another character. And it's really cool. Netflix is smart. Okay, they're developing their own talent, they're developing their own studio, and they got their own actors and actresses, man, that are blowing up on Netflix. Then they move on to do other things, man. You know, look at Billy Bobby Brown. She's in Godzilla movies and everything, and she came from Stranger Things. The other dude came from Stranger Things. He's out there doing movies like It, part 2 of It. Netflix got, when Netflix put their mind to it, man, they're top-notch studio, savvy, period. But yeah, man, this had the music sounded like Friday the 13th. I mean, and the killings are brutal. Oh, this man Tommy be fucking motherfuckers up. And it's kind of funny, wasn't Tommy the one that killed Jason in Friday the 13th? How these names are being reused in other slasher films. I kind of like that, man. So yeah, this dude named Tommy, he's the boyfriend of the older sister of the main character. They're camp counselors. And they have this nurse who's weird, you know. She's very, very mean to the kids, but for some reason she's nice to the little redhead girl. And every time they get together, they talk about things, the witch, legend, the curse. And she attacks her boyfriend one night. She goes, look, no matter what, you have to die tonight. I'm like, man, this is strange. And she tried to kill him, but she didn't do it. She got her ass whooped and got, taken off with the ambulance to the hospital. And Tommy fucked her up pretty good. But obviously he hit his back of his head or something, and maybe he scratched himself and got some of her blood on him. Because when you touch certain things and when blood transfers through the outer skin, you inherit the curse. And slowly but surely, all through Act 2, Tommy was turning. It was a slow burn, but it was interesting, you know. I did not fall asleep at all. It was cool, but man, once it kicked into high gear, this movie had me on the edge of my seat. I was fearful for the people. And when my man Tommy showed up, boy, he was killing kids. Yeah, it wasn't just tall, big grown-ups. He was chopping up kids. Yeah, nerds. Man, chopping them up. Only thing left was their glasses in a pool of blood. Tommy was no joke. He didn't care who you were. And just like Friday the 13th fashion, he was killing naked motherfuckers, man. Lots of sex in this movie. Lots of fucking. And when you get done getting blasted, guess who's coming to get you? Dun 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 dun, Tommy. He had to take that axe to that chest. So, and some of the characters from 1994 are younger in this film. In part 1, when they made the phone call to the lady, hey, you know what's going on? You're a survivor? Well, that's the survivor, the little sister from this series in part 2. And the guy that she ended up having a liking for, his dad was a cop, legendary cop who died. And his job was to fulfill his shoes, Mr. Sheriff Good. So the Sheriff Good in part 1 is a younger guy in part 2. So now everything is linking together. And if you've seen it, the witch that's going to be in part 3 looks a lot like the girl from part 1. And a lot of reoccurring characters are playing different roles in different time periods. So it's kind of cool how they mix it up. But man, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a slow burn. Give it a chance. But once that second act kicks in, strap up. And man, because this is a definitely great roller coaster. Oh man, great homage to Friday the 13th. I had Jason vibes all through this film. This dude, Tommy, was, boy, he was relentless. And it was great. Until the next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and more importantly, leave your comments down low. And I'm out. Peace. And just remember, it's just my point of view.